Hi, and thank you for joining us. Today's tech tip is Quickfire Fiber Qualification with SignalTEK QT Pro. We want to show you how amazing this tester is. When it comes to fiber, we can do fiber qualification, VFL to trace links, and we have a live power meter inside this tester. I want to unlock how easy and quick that is to use. So the Pro model comes with SFPs and fiber connections ready to test multi-mode. If you'd like single mode, you can buy an optional kit, but always use the Trend Networks SFPs. They're tuned. The most important thing is also you can add on fiber inspection. Okay, always inspect the fiber ends as an option. Today, it's a quick fire test. We want to set it up and show you how. So just add the SFP. A part of connecting up our link, we add our cables. Always clean your cables and connect them up. I want to mention that it has a live power meter. I'm going to show that in a moment on screen, which is perfect for finding connections. So I'm just going to go into the fiber qualification, and on screen we can see that our meter starts giving a reading. Now, as we add the loopback connector, you'll see our color code change. So with that connected, we can see we've got a reading there, a live reading, but what about if I had a poor connection? Just going to wiggle that back. So our live power meter can be really, really useful for finding if you've got a connection. And that can be helpful if you're measuring through high density panels like this and you're unsure if that LC latch is really clicked on properly. So once again, live power meter, very, very helpful. Now, if we'd like to do a test, the next step is just setting up to do our test. I'll just go into the settings wheel, and where you've got a series of options, I'm going to select, in this case, OM4, and I would like to do a 10G test, 2 fiber, and at this stage we can also add our refractive index. Refractive index helps us if we're measuring across a longer link to get our length more accurate. So to calibrate, I'll just hit go, and you can see here that we then go into the calibration screen. Calibration just takes a moment, and you'll see a pass-fail on a color-coded pass-fail. Once it's done, you can hit finish, and we are ready to test. So now that we've reached the testing part, let's see what we can do. SignalTEK QT can qualify fiber across a range of applications. In this case, I've got a link here, high density link, 144 fiber, where we're using a modularized cassette, RapidNet cassettes here, which would be pre-terminated and plugged in. So you can take them straight out of the bag, and let's do a test on that. So one of the things we can do is very quickly connect up. Add our connection to the other side. And you can see I get a reading on screen immediately, and I can run our test. Testing is very quick. You can see we have a standard, a limit requirements, and most importantly, a length is displayed. That standard is tested against the SFP standard. We can also very quickly do another check. We can ask the question, so we know we can pass 10G, how about 40G? So just by selecting 40G and the tick button at the top, I can run the test again. And here's an example. Our limits have changed now in accordance with the link requirements for SFP to support 40G. And you can see here, we've got an OK. How about 100G? So by simply just changing the spec, and I hit tick, let's try and see. And once again, our link requirements change. And you can see our test shows we can get 100G. So thank you again. That's quick fire testing with SignalTEK QT Pro. Fiber testing made simple. Always follow your fiber project spec whenever working with fiber, and especially if you seek a warranty. Thank you again.
Wish yours did that? Time to go blue.